groupe montréalais de Stills était de passage au National hier soir pour la première des 3 soirées en ouverture pour le Sam Roberts Band. Avant et après le concert, j'ai eu la chance de m'entretenir avec le groupe dans leur loge. You guys, it's kind of like a 3-night tenure here, right? You're here 3 nights in a row. Just before that, you did 4 nights in Toronto.
Yeah.
Do you like that kind of touring? Like when you're just kind of like stuck in one place rather than leapfrogging everywhere?
Yeah. I mean, it's a different vibe. I think it's cool because you get to like sort of anchor down and settle in, and every night is different no matter what. Even though it's the same city, there's different people coming every night. It's a different night of the week, and you don't have to you just leave your stuff up on stage, and you play and you're free to go and do your thing.
Puisqu'on est dans vos coulisses, je vais te poser la question la plus redondante de coulisses. Avant d'embarquer sur la scène, avez-vous un rituel?
Non, bon, on essaie de passer comme 5 minutes en band avant d'embarquer sur le stage, mais c'est vraiment comme on se pogne un petit buzz avec soit du vin ou de l'alcool quelconque, puis on essaie de rire. Mais à Montréal, c'est tout le temps comme bizarre un peu. Je pense que là, c'est cool parce qu'il y a comme pas de pression là en soir, parce que tu sais, c'est pas notre show vraiment. On ouvre pour Sam, tu sais, puis c'est comme c'est plus drôle qu'autre chose, tu sais. C'est cool parce que tu sais, on joue avec nos amis.
How is your rider different on a tour like this compared to like a headlining spot? We'll look at what you have here.
It's not different at all. This is what we get. The only thing is that missing from this situation right now is
the case of wine, the case of beer.
The case of wine, the case of beer that would go around here.
You get a case of wine?
They're coming later.
No, not a case. But we could probably deal well and happily with a case, but we just don't get one. This is we've reached our limit for today.
Who wrote that on the side?
And then here we can do this for tomorrow, and then we don't have that much left for the rest, but we can finish it. So it's just we gotta pace ourselves. There's not much, but sometimes people get lost at sea and they have to ration their cans of tuna, and that's kind of our situation.
The tour with Sam Roberts is obviously going well. You guys have just extended it to January, right?
Yeah, through January.
Through January. Given the option, would you have rather continue the tour with Kings of Leon or with Sam Roberts? Tricky question.
A tricky question because we love them both equally.
So how does one tour differ from the other?
Well, Kings of Leon are a huge band, and they're when we tour with them in England as well, they're really, really, really like Oasis big. So you kind of have to assume that they're going to be dealing with a lot of that press and craziness. So that comes with it. But in terms of treatment, Sam Roberts treats us so well, and we get along super well, and the same thing with the Kings of Leon. So it's just, buddies really getting along.
Do you find that on a tour like the Kings of Leon, because they're so big, they get a lot of the media attention? Do you find that you just sort of you get forgotten with all of the craziness, or it brings more to you guys?
It's harder to steal the spotlight from the Kings of Leon because there's so many of them. There's so many spotlights on them.
Yeah.
Especially right now, it's just kind of unbelievable how big they are getting at this very moment in time. They were never really popular in the U.S. I mean, they were, but not. I mean, we went on tour. We went on a tour with them in the U.S. I think 3 years ago, and we'd walk down the street and nobody would say anything, and nobody really cared. And now it's just another level. And so,
are you able to steal some of their shine though?
No, we can't. There's just too much. There's too much glitter and gold. But Sammy's doing well too. He's just not doing that well. I mean, nobody's doing that well. There's very few bands that are doing that well.
Kings of Leon are they're a phenomenon.
Oceans Will Rise was written it had been a while before it was released.
Yeah.
A bunch of promo tours. You guys have been on tour for a while now promoting it. At which point, when you've written a record, does it become sort of the passion sort of fades out and you're itching to go back into the studio?
This is the stuff.
That's a good question. It's a very important question because you got to stay inspired and stuff. And well, you know, at some point during touring, like you finish the record, then you wait like 6 months, and then it comes out. So you're already really bored of it by the time you start playing shows, and then you start touring and playing the same songs every night. So a year after the album has been finished recording, you're pretty damn sick of it. And you know, at some point in that whole year, after the album is finished, you write new songs and you start getting new things assembled, hopefully. And whenever you have an opportunity to write, you have to do it. We're gonna record an EP over Christmas, hopefully around then, and release it. You know, you gotta like keep writing music and putting stuff out to like remain happy, because the whole point of doing this, of being a musician, is to create stuff. You know,
so yeah, let's do a little
So, anyways, it's been really nice hanging out in Musique, but we're about to go on in about 10 minutes, and so we're gonna have to ask you to leave, because it's always better to watch a show from the front, and always better to watch it from the soundboard, and then after you come back and we'll together, all of you, everyone who's watching this, come back after the show.
Montreal! How's it going this evening? All right, we got 3 nights here, and then National, 2 bands that are really fucking tired, who've been touring around like crazy and so happy to be back home. We are the Stills. We're gonna start things off like this.
Thank you very much for letting us hang out.
Indeed, thank you.
And enjoy Europe, enjoy your few days in Montreal. And, see you soon.